For a while now, my friend Chelsea and I have been planning a sort of end of the summer Olympic Peninsula road trip camping adventure thing. Currently, we only have about a week left until school starts. Well, a week until we move in, and then a week and a half until the actual classes start, but the end of the summer is pretty much here. Now, as to where we went on the Olympic Peninsula, well, I'll give you 4 pretty difficult hints as to where we went. Hint 1, hint 2, hint 3, and hint 4. If you didn't guess Forks, Washington, then either you've been living under a rock for about, I don't know how long now, like 6 or 7 years, I don't know how long these have been out now, or you have just done a really good job at blocking it from your memory. So Wednesday morning we got up really early and we packed a bunch of camping stuff into Chelsea's car and we drove for about 5 hours because we're both really good at getting lost and missing turns, so we kept having to turn around. On our first day we explored Forks a bit, but for those who have never been to Forks, what you have to understand is it is a really small town. Well, pretty small. Maybe not really small, just really small. But there really isn't very much to do in Forks. And the footage for this little trip through Forks is 2.5 minutes long. So it really does not take very long to get through the sort of main area of Forks. There is another road that I didn't film, but it's really not much bigger, and it does pretty much has one shop and the high school on it, so there really isn't anything there. So in Forks, there is a ridiculous amount of Twilight stuff, as I'm sure you can imagine. There are 2 Dazzled by Twilight stores. We only went into one of them, but the one we went into was pretty much a bunch of Twilight merchandise and a ridiculous amount of Forks high school stuff, which Chelsea and I were both wondering if all of this Forks high school memorabilia, merchandise, whatever, meant that the school got any money for it. I was really hoping so. I don't really know. I'm actually really curious about that, so I might look that up. Another thing we discovered while we were walking around Forks is they had signs everywhere for this 3-hour Twilight tour. I'm not really sure what you would do for 3 hours on a Twilight tour in Forks, but apparently it's 3 hours long. I don't know. But we did pass by a lot of Twilight sort of things that we assume would have been on the tour. I mean, we saw Bella's red Chevy truck with the Bella license plate on it, and apparently there's Bella's house, and there's a Dr. Cullen parking spot at the hospital. On our way to the campsite, we also saw that they have a treaty line where no vampires are allowed. And if you've ever seen those signs that have the fire warnings that can say whether you can, burn fires or not while you're camping, depending on how dry or wet it's been, that they had a vampire threat warning sign, which I was really amused by. And then on the second day, we went to Rialto Beach, which is really pretty. If you ever get a chance to go out there, check out all the beaches in the surrounding area, and it is a really great place to go camping. I would really recommend it. And then after we watched waves for a really long time, we decided to attempt to skip rocks, which didn't really work because there was way too much waves going on, although we kind of succeeded. I managed to get some skipping going. So that was our little end of the summer Forks adventure road trip thing. If you want to see more pictures and a little bit more of what we did, I will be blogging it in a little bit more detail over at my blog, which is here. And hopefully I will be talking to you all very soon. So yes. I don't know what this is.